The one, the only, the classic Halloween.
I think he'll come back.
Halloween, the night he came home.
Oh, just a clip of that's giving me chills. That was a clip from the classic franchise Halloween. And do you love that franchise as much as everybody else does? Because it's celebrating a huge milestone this year. It marks 45 years since the original film opened not too far from right here in Springfield in Kansas City. And joining us now to talk all things Halloween is Ryan Freimann, the executive producer of the Halloween film franchise. Ryan, first of all, thank you so much, and happy Halloween, if you will.
Happy Halloween to you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So, you know what? This is crazy. 45 years of Halloween. Tell us kind of how it started and how it really, this is before social media, and it just kind of grew from Kansas City outward.
$300,000 budget, film shot in 17 days in Pasadena, California. You know, at that time, distribution was difficult, but, you know, didn't have a ton of money for actual physical prints of the film. Now everything's delivered to theaters digitally. So you have these big, heavy prints, and so they got it in Kansas City, and the crowds just ate it up. And word spread like wildfire, and they couldn't make prints fast enough to get the film distributed across the country.
Wow, that's so impressive. I love hearing it before social media. You know what I'm saying? Before people had the easy way to connect with each other. This was word of mouth, old-fashioned grassroots, if you will.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, it's before my time. I was a year old when it came out, so I'm not quite sure how that happened, but amazing that it did.
Yeah. Why do you think the film has had so much staying power over the years?
You know, I think the character is just so iconic and embodies that sense of spookiness or dread that could be around any corner. You know, he doesn't speak, he just breathes, he chases, he's relentless. And so, you know, especially with that classic soundtrack, it really brings up a lot of emotions and thrills that people just go back to again and again for that sense of, you know, they love the thrill of Michael Myers.
And who doesn't? Because that's kind of that whole suspense thing about, you know, he's there, but you're right, he doesn't speak. You don't know what he sounds like. And he's just moving in the background, and there he is, and you're just like, that's so scary. It's so suspenseful.
Yeah, and it's, you know, especially seeing it in a theater with a group of people. We just had our 45th anniversary convention in Pasadena, and we had people from around the world, and I met a young man from South Korea, and he'd only ever watched the films on Blu-ray because that was really it. And we had a screening of the film the first night of the convention, and he said it was one of the best experiences of his life, seeing the film with a crowd.
Wow. Okay, so you've produced many of the recent Halloween films. Now, how have you put your mark on the film, but yet keeping the audience and the fans, you know, that familiarity with the franchise?
Well, the fans, everyone has a different opinion on what's good and bad. So that's always hard to please this crowd. But we do our best to try to honor the original, whether it's the music, the look, the cinematography. And so, you know, my role in that is to try to make sure that we have all the pieces in place to give our creative team, which are some of the most amazingly talented people out there, all the tools they can do to deliver that.
I love that so much. Okay, this might be a big question, though. Do you have any favorite moments working on the franchise over the years? Any backstories, inside scoop?
So I worked on the three most recent ones. My favorite moment was when we were shooting Halloween 2018, and we were shooting one day with Nick Castle, where it's the first time where Michael's revealed, and Nick Castle, the person who originally played Michael Myers, is in costume to do that. But we also had John Carpenter on set. We had Laurie Strode, or Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode on set. It was the first time the three of them had been in the same set in 40 years, to almost the day. So to be witness to that moment, and, you know, there were hugs and tears and all that sort of thing. But so it was a very special moment to witness personally.
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall in that room. That would have been amazing to see. Oh my gosh. And Jamie Lee Curtis, such an icon now. I mean, this made her career.
Made her career now. She's Academy Award-winning actress, Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes, just and she's always been there for the franchise and the fans.
Right. Now, I know you're the EP on the last three films, but do you have, I'm sure you were a fan beforehand. So do you have any favorite scenes from any of the 13 films?
I personally am quite partial to the scene in the original where Michael stabs Bob, who's with Linda at the time, against the wall, kind of steps back and does his little head tilt. It just is a moment of, like, oh, look what I did. And it's very scary and very like he has no feelings about it, or he's trying to have feelings. So there's a lot of that I look into that, and I really do find that scene quite interesting.
Oh, it really is. Okay, and one more I have to ask, because everybody loved, like you said, Academy Award winner Jamie Lee Curtis. She seems so real, so down to earth. Is she just as lovely in person as I would imagine her to be?
Oh, 100%. I had my kids, who at the time were much smaller, on set during Halloween 2018, and she took time to walk over and explain it's all movie magic, and just don't be. And my kids kind of understood all that, but she couldn't have taken more time to make sure they were comfortable worrying about anything else on set but my kids. So,
that just sounds like her. She seems like so real when I see her on TV or in the movies. I see that in her. Now, can you spill anything? Are there going to be any more Halloweens to look forward to? Can you tease anything?
Yes, we just announced a TV deal, so we're going to move into the TV space next, which is all going to be very exciting, and it's all very fresh, so lots of things to fill out, but more details to come on that.
Okay, so you can't announce any cameos or people who might appear in the television series. We're just trying to break
We're
trying to break news here.
Literally, the ink is still drying on the deal, so we haven't even gotten that far.
Gotcha. Ryan Freimann, thank you so much for your time. Happy 45th anniversary to an amazing franchise that I think is only going to get stronger through the years because it's that nostalgia, and people love that, and people love to be scared, and especially this time of year.
Oh, this is the perfect time of year to go see it.
Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck with everything coming up with the TV show, and thank you for spending your morning with us. And by the way, guys, you can catch Halloween airing right here in Springfield at Alamo Drafthouse on Saturday night, Monday, and Tuesday. That's Saturday, Halloween Eve, and Halloween night at Alamo Drafthouse right here in Springfield, Missouri. Make sure you go and check it out. Thanks so much, Ryan.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Isn't that so fun? Just hearing those stories, I was like, I just want to go be on set just to watch it happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
see how they make that.
Coming back together after 40 years. That's insane.
We love a reunion.
Do you like a scary movie?
I do.
Oh, used to love scary movies. Now I'm like, oh.
What happened?
The
I
world
don't
is
know.
scary.
I have kids. I feel like I had kids, and it was just like,
Maybe not.
Maybe
yeah,
not
I don't.
anymore.
I love the original Scream, and that's about it.
the original
You know.
Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old is that?
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Tom doesn't know. So.
Yeah, no, Tom doesn't know. But
does
Halloween
not know.
classic, I mean, everybody loves Halloween. Started in Kansas City. Don't forget, you can catch it at Alamo Drafthouse Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday night. You can see that original and celebrate 45 years of Halloween. All right, don't go back. Guess what? Kelly's going to be making us some delicious coffees from Urban Grounds Coffee, and I need some more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get some caffeine.